Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus. And yeah, there he is in his spaceship mode. I figured I'd get the spaceship jet, whatever it is, mode out of the way because it was bad when it was with the original toy and with the Perfect Effects remake, and it's even worse here. Somehow it's even worse. I mean, he's got his wings. He's just, it's a flying thing with fists and feet. I mean, da 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 da. Okay, so yeah, that's that. There's not really much to it. It's fairly big, I guess. Here he is with Rodimus, was it Rodimus Unicronus or Rodimus Galvatronis or whatever, the Dark Rodimus Prime from the same line. So he's about that big. And yeah. So we'll just go ahead and take this part off and take these bits off. We're going to get him in his gorilla mode because why not? Go ahead and do that. You can also, pretend that this is a thing here. It's a thing. This ends up being like his hoverboard in beast mode. So let's go ahead and take it to beast mode. So all we're going to do is we're going to flip these bits forward here. Let me zoom on out. There we go. I didn't realize I was still zoomed in. These can go back like that. I'll take these and rotate them down here at the shoulder. Rotate them at the shoulder down till they click. And turn these around like so. Turn it around like so. You take his head, rotate it around before you take it out, because if you take it out, you won't be able to turn it. Rotate it out. Flip these down into the back, and there you have the beast mode, the gorilla. And it looks okay. From this side anyway, it looks okay. You can do this if you want to give him more, I don't know, outstretched gorilla arm poses, Give him gorilla arms, I guess that's, yeah, you can do that. When you turn it around, though, there's a giant hole, and there's really nothing you can do about that because, oh, forget, these have to go on his legs here, as per the instructions. Then you take this thing, and there are holes in the feet, and you just line them up with the holes and plug them in, and do the same thing with the other foot. Plug it in. Yeah, I know I'm late with this guy, but I mean I got him a few weeks ago. And there we go. Snaps in, and he stays pretty good. And then you've got a mode that he didn't have in the original Beast Wars show. This was actually the Transmetal Optimus Primal's thing with the hoverboard. But hey, it's there. You can also take this off, if I can get him to work with me. And then this will end up coming out and folding to the back. Pretend you didn't see that just now. And it plugs in back here. And this, you can leave it down, you put it up. do that. Flip this out. Turn my, there we go, viewfinder so I can see what I'm doing. Unplug the feet so that you can get the arms out. Bring them up, bring the feet down and legs down and rotate them. And then separate these bits. And there you've got a pretty nice Beast Wars-esque Optimus Primal with a backpack. And you can fold this up so that it's just hanging on the back like that. And there you go. And unfortunately, this is a running theme with the Evolution line of having these ridiculous backpacks. Woo, don't fall down. Let me see if I can lower this down some. There we go. So, he has some really, really, really nice detail. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. I mean, that looks amazing with the way the light reflects off of his eyes. It gives him that definite Beast Wars shine. It's got his mouth plate. I mean, he definitely screams Optimus Primal. Let me go ahead and get him out the way for a second and bring in my Robot Masters Optimus Primal. Let me go ahead and put the cannons back on his back. But yeah, you can see how they've gotten pretty much all of the cues without having an actual gorilla mode. Like, this is pre-gorilla mode, Cybertron, I guess. But yeah, it looks good. He's got the sharp pointy ears, mouth plate. His is blue. I don't know if it's supposed to be his mouth is supposed to be blue like that, or if it's supposed to be still silver. I gotta look at the show again. The blue here is a lot darker than the blue is there. I like that blue better, but I mean, it fits this character very well. You can see the whites aren't quite white. Like, this is a cream color. This is a white. Here's the chest. You can see this evokes that very well. And, you know, okay, he does have a backpack. It's kind of like in the show, they had the backpack. I guess if you turn it this way, it kind of looks like it could be a jetpack. You know, there's the, you know, thruster thing. You can put, where did I put, there it is. He is supposed to hold the guns like this, sort of like the swords in Beast Wars. It looks dumb. I'm not gonna lie, that looks really stupid. It looks like he's just holding two pipes. I'd much rather just have him, if he's gonna hold him like this. I don't know if, and I'm sorry I'm saying a lot. I don't know if there's a way to get this to stay over his shoulder. You can put these on his shoulder like this to simulate the over-the-shoulder cannons, but they're just kind of floating there. They're not really there. So you can also put them on the back as more thrusters if that's what you want. I have opted to mod this Prime. So what I did was, there's a pin that goes through this piece here and locks it into this piece. I've gotten the pin out. There's instruction videos on how to do that all over the web. Just leave that tucked down. And you've got this piece here, and it can be a little shuttle drone if you want. This should go on like that. Yeah, a little shuttle drone if you want. So you can do that, and it can fly around. That's not bad. I can see that as a shuttle drone. I don't have an issue with that. And this will also come into play later on. But we're going to go ahead and get him. Well, let's go ahead and get the other part of him out, the gorilla part. So we got him like this, and I've seen pictures online with him, like hanging out back here, just kind of on his shoulders and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get him back into his component mode. We're gonna pretend like I didn't mod this guy out because we're trying to do things by the original instructions. So you're gonna go ahead and plug his hands into his upper thighs. Come on, plug into there. Turn that way. Turn his legs out as well, because you're gonna need to do that anyway. Okay, so those plug in, and that helps lock the legs in the straight position they're supposed to be. Take these, and this will plug into there. Like so. And assuming you have not done the mod, even if you have, this will just go like that. So we have his little, take these off. We have his little spaceship like this. We're going to take his body and get it prepped. What you're going to do is you're going to turn his waist 180 degrees. You're going to lengthen out his legs like so. They just slide up and click in. And you can just fold that over. You're going to take his head and put it down and then rotate it 180 degrees as well. These bits are going to go up like this. And flip these the opposite way. Oh, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Flip these the opposite way. Rotate. No, actually, yeah. Rotate his arms. Rotate his hands and his thumb. Pull these pieces off. They're going to go up here. You've got two little raised things that plug into the shoulders here. So you give him that Optimus proper look from the Beast Wars. And these just slot into those holes there using that raised thing there. So you just pull it out the same way and then put it up here. Okay, so we've got everything situated like so. And then we're going to take this and see these raised little rectangular-ish shapes there. You're going to drop them down into here. They're going to clip right there. So we're going to do that. Like so. This piece will just unfold, and there we go. No. There we go. That goes in like that. This piece here will fold. You'll unplug it from here, and then it folds this way and then plugs in back there. So it'll fold down. So this piece, so you'll have a backpack like this if you haven't done the mod. And then you're going to come in here, and there's a little thing right here. You can use that to get his head up, and then I hate this part. Snap that into place. And there you have your Optimus in his robot mode. And he's a pretty nice looking Optimus. He looks pretty good. And you can, have the arms thinner to the figure if you want. You can have them more out if you want. I'm not sure which way is the proper way. I have no idea what I did with the instructions. I got this. I I got this in excellent shape, but it had a bit of cat hair, and I'm allergic to cats. So I had to get rid of the instructions because they smelt of cat. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking optimal Optimus. And then you've got his little guns here, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to plug them together like that, and then it plugs into his thumb, which is not really the best of things, but then you've got that long pipe. It doesn't even look like a gun anymore, it looks like a pipe. Honestly, what I like to do, if I'm going to use it in this mode, oh, that's new, I've not done that before. Okay, what I like to do is I like to take this piece and fold it on down so it's like that, and then plug the guns over here. Even though you're supposed to plug the guns up here like this, supposed to plug them in on his shoulders. I think in the actual toy they went forward like this. I don't know, but this looks pretty good. He's got booby guns. Let me raise this up a little bit. There we go. So yeah, I like to have him with the guns facing forward like this. I'm not sure why. But I believe they're actually supposed to be over the shoulder, maybe? I don't. On the shoulder. I mean, they can still fit on the shoulder, so if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way. And then you just leave this. Whoops. Leave this up. So it's on his shoulders, kind of like his Beast Wars toy had it, but they don't stick out as much, so they melt in with the silver here too much, so they just kind of it just kind of looks like it's just part of the shoulders rather than the actual gun. So I like to do this instead. And if you tuck it just right, it doesn't hang down. It just goes down a little bit, but it looks good. I forgot to show this off. He's got a matrix of leadership, and it's right there. Oops. And you can take the center out and put a Prime Master in there. Let me see. I have a Prime Master. I do. You can take a Prime Master out. I think this is, I forget who this is. Supposed to be Vector Signal, maybe? I don't know. You take him out, fold him over, and then that will slot in tightly, I might add, right there. And then you've got I guess, different powers for this matrix now. So there's that. I don't really care about this matrix thing. I know he gets it in the show, not the original Beast Wars show, but in the Power of the Primes. Am I not doing this? I'm not doing this right. It goes in this way. In the Power of the Primes show that was on, was it on Machinima? I forgot what it was on, but and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad show. I actually liked them. I didn't love them. They had a lot of faults, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting the little Prime Master back together again so I can put him back on the shelf. Now, if you have this guy modded like I do, you can actually take that off, and it's still a pretty okay looking back. Okay, he's got pectorals, but you're not really going to be looking at him from the back anyway. You can go ahead and separate this piece and have him as a Prime, and neither one of them now has a backpack. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, I think that's cool. I mean, it's not necessarily canon because the little guy is supposed to become the big guy, but Yeah, it's something you can do. You can have them both posed. That's pretty neat. Or you can just stick them on the back if you want to. Speaking of posing, I forgot to show this off. So let's go ahead and show this off. The pose ability is as such in this mode. He has no real up and down. Rotates 360. Arms rotate. They go in and out. There's a ball joint at the elbow, which gives you another 360. Nothing at the wrist. Nothing at the waist. Knees, you have a double bend due to the transformation and a thigh, a thigh twist, but nothing on the feet. So he's decently posable. I've had worse figures. He's decently posable. I do like him though. Now on the big guy, we have 360 at the head, at the elbows, shoulders. Shoulders go out that far. He's got an inner joint, mid joint there for reasons. Arms do a 360 at the elbow. You get that much of a bend. Wrists do a 360. Fingers are all together, so you can either have a punch or I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but you can do that. And the thumb is reversible. That's again due to transformation. He has a waist that does 360. Legs go all the way out. They go all the way forward and all the way back. They rotate at the upper thigh. He has a knee bend. It's a single knee bend, but if you need a double knee bend, you can fake it. Just undo the transformation joint and you can have a double knee bend if that's what you want. His feet go back and forth, and they do have a pivot for an A stance. They're not molded as an A stance, which I think I had an issue with some of the figures recently that were molded into A stances and then had an ankle pivot, which it was like, well, pick one or the other. It doesn't need to be both. And if you really want to, you can collapse his shoulders down if for some reason you want that kind of a look. You can also take these pieces off and leave them on his arms to fill them out more. If you don't really need to have the really big shoulder look, which you don't really need to. I mean, I know it's show accurate, but I think that looks good too. That looks a little more natural, actually. So, yeah. Let me get, we have the Power of the Primes, was it Rodimus Galvatronus? Rodimus Unicronus? Rodimus Blow My Noses? I don't remember what he is called, but we have Motorhead here. I still need to figure out how to make a hat for him because he really does look like the guitar dude from Motorhead, the lead singer from Motorhead. I mean, I can easily get a guitar. It's very easy. I can just take it from my sound wave, my animated sound wave. Take his laser beak, but you can see he's a little shorter, just slightly. No, I'm wrong. They're the exact same height. They are the exact same height. I'm not sure why it's coming out on the whatchamacallit as if he's shorter. Because looking at him in real life, they're the same height. So, let's see. Oh, that didn't help any. And let's see, next to... Here he is with Deluxe Prowl from Combiner Wars. Let me see if I can push them back so that they can be... Oh, That actually would work out better. So you can get an idea of how tall he is. He's fairly tall. He's, you know, leader size. That's not a bad size at all. And he looks good. I like him. I like him a lot. Let's see, where did I put the? Here's the Optimus figure. So you can get an idea of how tall the Optimus figure is next to a Combiner Wars esque deluxe. You can see he's a little bit tall. He's a tall deluxe. So that's that for this figure. Um, I got him from the Pharaoh on Facebook, not Facebook, on eBay. If you remember a lot of my older videos, especially Beast Wars figures, I got a lot of them from the Pharaoh on eBay. He actually remembered me when I made the order for this. I hadn't ordered anything from him in a few years, and I saw this guy and I just wanted him. Made the order and he remembered me and I was surprised. Um, so yeah, go check out the Pharaoh on eBay. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description. Um, and yeah, that's it. I'm Islip. I love this figure. I'm sorry I didn't pick him up when I never saw him in the stores. If I'm honest with you, never saw him in the store, so I never got to pick him up. That's why it took so long for me to get him, because I never saw him in the stores, and I didn't want to pay the extra premium. So I mean, I got him for about the same amount as I would in the stores. So that's fine with me. I didn't pay anything extra. Anyway, I'm Islip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and ciao.